My name is Arden. I own Great Day Gardens with my husband, and we're in Forest. We are a market garden and bakery. So 4 years ago, we had both finished up stints working on other farms, and we'd had several internships and apprenticeships where we learned how to farm. And so moving on from there, we were really excited about what we'd learned, and we wanted to get into it ourselves. So we moved here where my mom grew up. There's a farm out in Forest, and we're able to start.
So I'm a retired veteran, and this was pretty much therapeutic for me. So, and I started that way, and I started off actually with small hoop houses. They are like greenhouses, and then I decided to start turning a little bit of earth. And after I started doing a little gardening, it just grew and grew, and then I came down and joined the market. You know, I was approached by a gentleman who was a farmer here, and I said, okay, I can give it a shot. And I've been here almost 10 years now.
My farm is named Nisani Farm because we are a family of daughters. My mother's family was a farm family, and ginger and lemongrass were a big part of what they did. Ginger, turmeric, and lemongrass are all anti-inflammatory plants, and so they're really good for cancer survivors, and that's part of why I decided to do this instead of something else. It is a lot of work, but I do enjoy it. I think I was made to work with my hands and learn how to grow new things, and and to do physical work. I mean, I can do office jobs, that's not a problem, but I do enjoy being outside. It's getting a little cold, so it's a little less enjoyable, but you got a coat, you got a hat, you can do it.
It keeps a culture going, mostly. The culture of farmers and agriculture in our area, it keeps it alive. And I think it's making a comeback because a lot of young people are starting to go back to the earth, and which is good. Because all of the synthetic stuff is killing us.
But when I moved off campus last year is really when I started going every single week on Saturday mornings to buy locally and all that kind of stuff, and found out more about it. I'm vegetarian, so it really helps to have local produce because that's the majority of what I eat is produce. And so I love buying, they have a really great bakery there. I always buy a loaf of bread. I always buy sweet potatoes, regular potatoes. Also I love to see what's in season, especially now with fall. Like there's a lot of squash, there's a lot of zucchini, apples as well. Just kind of seeing what's like the freshest and stuff. So yeah.
Pay attention to the signage here. Ask people where they grew it or if they grew it, and how it was grown. And people are really open to answering your questions. It is a farmer's market, but it's also a market where you can buy products that were not grown locally. And it can be confusing for people to understand that coming here, because it's different from other farmers markets in that way.
So I do kind of know what they are, kind of, but since I kind of go to the same people, I try and keep it so that it is grown by the person that I'm buying it from, if I can. I really love how the signs tell you where it was grown. Most of them say Virginia, depending on the color coding. So I do pay attention to that, but if there's a certain produce that I really want and it's not necessarily grown by the person, I'll still get it.
Just be aware that a lot of what's here at the market could not really be that different from what you're buying at the grocery store, and that you should ask. And cutting out the middleman at the grocery store could be a great thing, but it's not the same as going to a farm and buying directly from a farmer.
So whenever I tell people that I go to the farmer's market, the first thing they always say is like, oh, that's so much money, or oh, like how can you afford that? And it's honestly not that much more expensive, simply because you cut out the middleman instead of having the farmers give it to like a Kroger, and then the Kroger adds cost on top of the produce and then they sell it to you. Cuts out the middleman, and so they're able to sell it to you for more of what it's actually worth. Well, I like knowing that a little thing that I'm doing, like buying food every week, which everyone has to do, is supporting something that will stay within the community, and I think that's really important. just even like if they have children, if they have a house and all that kind of stuff, the money that I give them, they're pouring back into kind of the local community.
Well, I thrive in my heart and in my mind as opposed to financially, because it's really difficult to make a living as a farmer, especially as a small farmer, and especially when you're starting a business. And I'm still in the beginning stages, and so it's, I can't tell you that the business is thriving, but I like it, and the people that I sell to like it, and that's what's important. And so that's what makes me happy, and that's why I do it.